Hi, babes. Welcome back to the show. Okay, so on my Instagram the other day, I mentioned, or I did like a Q&A, right? And a handful of you wrote responses, and therefore I'm going to go through those because I feel like this could be a really cool, fun podcast episode just for you to get to know me a little bit better and all of that. So, this is probably going to be a pretty short episode, which is great because, I have probably inundated you guys with some pretty lengthy episodes lately. But I hope that you have been absolutely loving the guest, getting some really good information from the guest, maybe having some breakthroughs of your own, healing moments of your own, taking some of their tips and tools and integrating them, implementing them into your life. Anyways, but yeah, let's just get straight to it. All right. So one of you wrote in, you said you've been in your condo for a very long time. Have you ever thought about buying it? Okay, so my parents and I own my condo, but I have been here for 13 years. So the property itself has it's definitely worth a lot more than what we paid for it. Now because of the area, the neighborhood that I live in, all the things. So I am extremely grateful and very blessed with that. And with that being said, I am sitting on it because I don't want to necessarily, I want to make it an investment property for me. Like I said, my parents kind of own it, but I am like paying them rent basically. But at some point, I will probably maybe switch the deed, get the deed from them, transfer the deed, and then put it in my name. And then it will be my property. And at that point, I am hoping that I can then rent it out, as an investment property, rent it out, or make it like an Airbnb or something like that, and then have a home of my own. So that's where we're at. Okay, so one another person wrote in, did you play with the prompts we talked about? What were your experiences during and after? Okay, so this one is actually coming from Kristen, who has been our previous guest, the handful, like the 3-part series. And she emphasized the word play. And I actually do want to say this. So, like I just mentioned, I hope that you guys have taken some of these, the guests that I have on or anything that I'm saying and taking it, implementing it into your life, or at least just having the awareness of when you're doing something, where are you expanding, all of that. So, did I play with the prompts? Okay, I will say, be 100% honest, I did not play with the prompts 100%. However, I did have awareness. So I'll be like driving in my car, going to a meeting, and I will like presence myself and take a handful of inhales and exhales, tapping into that somatic from last week's episode, these 5 tips to somatic work. That was one of them, was to get really present and breathe, connect to breath. So I have been doing that. I have been playing around with my breath a lot more. I did some breath work about a week and a half ago at a friend's birthday as well. And it really does, like I was thinking even earlier, I did it again on my way home from a friend's adoption baby shower. And I just was again driving in my car. I think maybe it's my car. I'm like, oh, I have to stop and breathe for a second. But just really having the self-awareness and the intentionality. And I just thought to myself, I'm like, we come into this world breathing. So breathing gives us life. So let me make that connection. If breath gives us life, and there are so many of us disconnected from our breath. Like, of course, it's automatic. We do it daily. We're probably, there's a lot of us, including myself, who are shallow breathers. So it's really good to like do those deep inhales and exhales to bring that life back into you and reconnect to your breath. Because that reconnection to the breath, being more intentional about breath and having the awareness of when you're not really connected, is going to bring life back to you and your body, mind, and soul. And obviously it creates space, helps elevate, expands you in all kinds of ways. And then you are elevating into your dream life. Okay. So that's what I think anyways. But yeah, so I just thought that that was a moment of a thought that I had on my way home from the baby shower earlier. And yeah, so I went along with this. So play, I will say the word play is something that I know my inner child is screaming for. I actually am going to Jacksonville, Florida. I was asked by work to go to Jacksonville, Florida and help grow our market in Jacksonville. And one of my best friends lives down there. Another girlfriend from college lives down there. So I'm sure I will have opportunity to see them and, reconnect with them too. While also there's the beach not too far from Jacksonville. And I know my soul is craving some sand and ocean. So I definitely going to be playing a little bit there. I am really trying to be extremely intentional about working out and being playful and mindful about that. Going and putting my feet on grass. I know my body is craving that. I am not connecting to the earth enough. So that is something I definitely am going to start doing more of. Maybe going on hikes, on the weekends that I'm here. I'm definitely going to I am going to be hiking almost every single day for 8 days in a few weeks from now because I'm going to Switzerland. I will be playing for freaking 9 to 10 days. Literally every day I am going to be playing. And I can't wait. I cannot wait. I need a vacation like that to go to Europe. I am so fucking excited. I'm so excited to go to Switzerland. Like, cannot wait. I will do a recap episode about my Switzerland trip. I will give you the hotels that I stayed at, restaurants that we eat at. I am going to be, content creator Kelly is coming out for Switzerland and I am so fucking excited. So excited. Okay, so let's move to this. Someone asked, do you have a boyfriend? What I shared on my Instagram is I do not have a boyfriend. I am dating, and that is a true fact. I don't know how to say this. I would say that maybe I'm like open dating. Like, how people are like in open relationships? I don't know how to say that. I'm just dating. Like, I'm dating people, right? I'm not dating one person in particular. I guess that's what I was meaning to say. But yeah, I honestly, I haven't gone on dates though with different people. I have gone on dates with one person more so, but I am open to dating other people because we're just not necessarily, there's so much in common, but there's a lot that we're trying to discover and figure out and, all of that too. So, in the meantime, my heart is still open. I know what I deserve. I know what I want. I know what I need, while also being open to the expansion of maybe I don't know, that there are things out there that I may not know that I want or may not know that I need. So keeping myself open for all of that. The next question was, would you date someone outside of your city? I am open to that, but preference wise, I prefer someone to be local. It's like I've been single for too long for me to have to for it to be like a challenge to see a person. I want to be able to just call up my babe and be like, babe, I'm going grocery shopping. Will you please come with me? Babe, you want to come over and just cook dinner together and sit on the couch? Not have to plan our weekends on when we're going to see each other. Granted, if it happens, who knows? Maybe I'll meet someone in Jacksonville. maybe we'll both be flying in and he'll be living somewhere else. And we don't know. We don't know what God's divine timing is. So I do a really good job trying to not get too impatient, because I feel like I am patient and I'm not trying to stress myself out because that just adds a whole other level of stress unnecessary that we don't need, because I do have a lot of trust that God has this divine timing, and yeah, I'll be 40 next year, but I don't feel a lot of pressure. I just want someone. Okay, so you guys all know that I did a closet clean out, it's probably a month ago now. I did a closet clean out. God, my clothes sat on my floor for 4 weeks, on the other side of my bed. And I was like, oh my God, I got to get this stuff out of my place. So the other morning, Tuesday morning, last Tuesday morning, I got some trash bags. I packed everything up and I categorized it. So they're like all the shirts are in one bag, all the pants are in one bag, bathing suits, workout clothes, all the things in different bags. And I mean, honestly, I just want to get them out of my freaking house, but I do want to be intentional about that too. There are a lot of things that I know a handful of things still have a tag on it. Otherwise they were barely worn. So maybe 1 or 2 times. So I definitely want to sell those on my Instagram. I got to figure out how exactly to do that, but I am excited to do that. I just gotta find the freaking time, which is probably gonna be next weekend, Labor Day weekend, because I'm not going out of town. So I might just or throughout, I don't know, throughout the weeks or something, just like take a few items out of the bag, maybe like 10 things at a time, put them on my Instagram story and be like, hey, this is the size, take some pictures, put it up, and get some Venmo links or something. I don't know. So gotta figure it out. But regardless, yes, I am going to be selling some of my clothes. So keep watching my Instagram stories for that. Someone asked, can you do more of like an outfit of the day pictures? Yes, absolutely. I will say this, full transparency, like I'm a human too, right? Like I am a human and I get sometimes lost in all the commotion on Instagram and social media because I see all these other influencers and they're wearing like super cute outfits. And I don't know, 9 times out of 10, you think that they're like brand new outfits that they, were gifted maybe from their favorite brands or they got it from Revolve or whatever. And granted, I just did a closet clean out. Okay. So I would say like 80% of my belongings are in bags right now. There's only 20% of clothes in my closet. Maybe not even 20%. Maybe it's even less. So I'm trying to get very crafty with the items that I have because I have not, I'm going to work with a color analyst, do a color analysis with this woman. And we've already kind of had a consultation around things. So I have a little bit of an eye around the colors, but I'm really going to do a deep dive, hopefully soon with her before I start to go shopping for things, because I don't want to buy something and then get it and then it's in my closet for another 6 months and me not even wear it, or, because it doesn't really look that great on me. So I'm hoping that I can do the color analysis and really deep dive into like what I should be looking for when I go shopping, so that when I go shopping, I can go buy some new things and then I can put those up and they're all current and everything. Because right now, like even this, you see it as a tank top, but it's actually like a tank top dress that I have on. This I bought like probably 4 or 5 years ago. Like, yeah, I may be able to find something similar, like on Like to Know It or something. But it's just a lot of work. But if I can get something new, I know exactly where it's at. I know exactly what link to pull for you guys. So, but regardless, I'm gonna do the best that I can, and start posting some more like outfit of the days, my work day outfit, and maybe y'all can get inspiration. Maybe you can be like, oh my God, like, okay, you may have had that for 15 years in your closet, but it actually it still looks cute now. So, and I know the woman that I did the closet clean out with, she did kind of put some items together that I would have never have thought of. I am honestly so excited to wear this one outfit that she helped style. And again, it's my current closet. I mean, it's my current clothes. It's nothing I bought new, but it's technically a Canadian tuxedo. It's literally denim, denim, denim. And I was like, oh my God, I feel like a fucking freaking rock star with this. I just loved it. So anyways, I will definitely do that. Let's see. Another question that was asked was biggest goals right now. Okay, so I'm gonna say this, and I again wrote this up on my stories the other day too. So let's see, did I put it on my stories? Oh, I can't even remember. But anyways, so some of my biggest goals, honestly. Okay. Okay, so my biggest goals right now, I would say one, creating better content. And maybe this is silly for you guys, but I am looking to expand and elevate me as a person. I would like to be doing more things that light me up. My current 9 to 5 job, although I work more than that sometimes, most of the time. But my current position in corporate America, it actually has shown me so much of what I am good at. I am good with people. I am good at educating people. I am like a teacher coach at heart. I love it. When I was younger, I mean, you guys know my story if you've been listening to my podcast for a while. I said, when I was a little girl and someone would ask me, what do you want to be when you grow up? I said, a teacher, a baby doctor, and an actress. Okay. So I believe that that can be our true essence. When we were that young, we just know what we want to do. It may not look like I'm like actually teaching at like a kindergarten class or high school or anything like that, but I'm teaching something. It fuels me. I used to love playing school when I was 8 years old, 4 years old even. And then, obviously the baby doctor, I like helping, I like healing, I like, yeah, helping, I guess that is the acting part. I like being in the scene. I love being a social butterfly. I mean, yeah, of course, I like to like go to my couch and retreat and relax and not be around anybody, of course, too, but for the most part. So I want to combine all of those three things. And I mean, I have the podcast here. I'm doing all of those things with the podcast, but how can I make it richer? How can I step into another level of another like next level version of myself? How can I light this flame even more? Like, I would love to be literally sitting in like have a live audience, me sitting on a stage or something, have a live audience, and you guys be asking me these questions to my face, like in person, so that I can hug you, I can squeeze you, we can have fun, we can have a mocktail or a cocktail, and dance around, be fun, be silly. Like, I think that would be so freaking fun, right? So that's something I do want to just start creating better content and really growing a community here on social media, because like, why not, right? So anyways, that is my number, like, not necessarily number one goal, but that is one of my goals. I have 6. 2, crushing my quarter 3 sales goal. I'm looking at it. I said on my stories last week, I was like, yeah, I'm pretty close to it. And I'm pretty close to certain metrics to meet an individual goal, but we apparently have to meet a team goal. And I don't know if I'm like meeting my individual for that. And I'm just praying that I think it's possible. I definitely think it's possible, but I gotta grind. So I do think it's possible though. But I do want to crush that, because then if I crush it, I will have quarter after quarter, a year's worth of quarter after quarter growth. And I think that that is something to speak to. So number 3, letting go of how I think things should be and just allow more. Listen to that again. Let go of how you think things should be and just allow more. I believe we all could use that tip and that mindset and that goal and that intention. Basically, I feel like there are times when I do hold on to certain things, and it may be like social media strategy or work strategies, or hey, I should be doing something this way, or I should be doing it that way, or I'm supposed to be doing this. And then I get really tired and burnt out and very disconnected from self. And with when it comes to dating and relationships, I'm like, oh, it should be this way. And that's where some impatience comes in. That's where a lot of disconnection, a lot of needy, graspy, lack, scarcity, anxious attachment style energy comes from. And I don't want that. I want to stay secure. I want to be secure. Obviously, I want to continue to attract secure people. And but sometimes I think we have these ideas or expectations of how things should be, but through proper communication, I believe that we can just take a step back and make some transitions, I guess, and just allow more. So I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it, but it's something inside of me I recognize. So that's what I just want to do. Number 4 is earning more money so I can turn my condo into an investment property and rent a house with a grassy backyard. All I want is to be able to open the back door of my house and walk out and put my feet on the grass. In my condo, I can't really do that. There is grassy areas, but I want privacy. Like, I don't want to just be like walking around with my bare feet. Not that it doesn't matter what other people think of me, but I just would prefer some privacy, right? Lay out there, like, just just like lay on the grass. Like, I won't just be on the grass. And I want you to hear something too. I said to rent a house with a grassy backyard. So I have, worked with and heard from a handful of highly successful, aka wealthy people that they rent houses all the time. They don't buy houses, they rent houses. Because they have different investment properties. So everything's kind of like paying for each other in a sense. They're making money on Airbnbs. They're making money over here on commercial real estate. They're making money over here on, investment stocks, whatever the case may be. And so that they can take the rental house, and they're making money on something else so that they use that. And I don't know, it's just not as much of what is it? An asset? I don't know. I don't know these words. But anyways, so, I mean, it sounds stupid over here, but and not necessarily that I have to buy, or not necessarily even that I have to rent it, or that I'm like, no, I'm only going to rent. I may buy a house one day for sure. Maybe I will buy it, turn it into a rental property. And then, like I said, I just feel like there's just so much more opportunity for all of us out there. Okay, number 5 is travel more, and I'm kind of doing that. Like, I'm going to Switzerland for almost 2 weeks in September. I'm starting this Jacksonville thing that, through work, where I will be going down there at quite a number of times throughout the next couple of months, probably. I'm going to New York for a wedding, my cousin's wedding. I am going to Florida, the Keys, for one of my best friend's weddings. So I have actually quite a bit of travel coming up, and it's really interesting. So that was one of my intentions from the beginning of the year. Like, a New Year's resolution was to travel at least one time every month. So I believe the 2 months that I actually did not travel, I was asked to house sit. So technically, although it was only 20 minutes away, I traveled. That's how I can think of it. I had a total like staycation at my friend's house, watched her dog. If you guys saw Lexi on my Instagram stories, like, Lexi was just the cutest thing. So anyways, I feel like I have I'm successfully checking off that goal for the year off my list. And I think that's really cool. But I would like to travel more. Like, I want to, like, next year, I want to go to Europe more. I want to go, God, I would love to go back to Thailand and like play with the baby elephants. That was a dream in 2015. So I would just like to travel more. But at my own leisure, not necessarily like, if it's for work purposes, I want it to be like for influencer stuff. Like, hey, I got invited to go to a retreat and speak or host a workshop, or just be a part of the retreat or workshop, or go just, hey, like, love what you're about. We would love to, have you stay, like, just do a partner, like a hotel collab or a resort collab, and just come stay, create content for the hotel, the resort, whatever it may be, the restaurants, all of that, create content for it and get paid to do it even. That'd be awesome. Get paid to travel and create content for things. Maybe I speak that into existence. We all can speak things into existence, right? So anyways, I think we just gotta get a little clear on like what we're looking to do. So you don't necessarily want to travel because I like have to travel. I want to travel because I want to travel, or there's really amazing opportunity out there that's going to elevate and expand me. And it comes with a nice price tag. Or not price tag, but it comes with a nice income. Okay, and then the next one is attract me a boyfriend. I really do want a boyfriend. I know earlier in this episode I was like, I am dating And I'm dating. I want a boyfriend. I don't want to just keep dating. I want a boyfriend. I'm trying to be more patient with certain things, because I don't want to have that hustle and that stressed and that anxious energy wrapped about any type. Because again, I've done so much inner healing work. I want things to be easy and effortless. Of course, I definitely do. And I also just don't want to take that icky energy into a relationship because I'm trying to like, you know, just cut some like, generational programming and things like that. Like, I just want to be in a very secure relationship where I know it's just going to be love and beautiful all the time. Not all the time, because we know it's not like that, but it's like you feel safe. But yeah, what I said it online, I answered this question. I said, I'm not putting too much focus on this because like I am just kind of like going with the flow. As I mentioned earlier, I'm not putting a lot of pressure on myself because I'm not putting too much focus on this one, because sometimes what we focus on persists, and what persists resists. Like there's resistance to what we're persistent about. So if we were just allowing the divine timing to happen, that's what I want. Surrender, allow, all the things. So that was pretty much all of the questions that you guys had. And thank you for for asking that. Thank you for listening. One more thing I wanted to say, I just got done listening to the Audible of It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I did not hop on that trend train a few years ago when everybody was reading the books. If you have not read the book, It Ends With Us, highly recommend. It is very good. I decided to listen to the Audible because I knew I wasn't going to get through the book fast enough. And this way I could like listen and like quote unquote read the book while I was driving to all my appointments throughout the week for work. And also the movie came out and I really want to see it because I definitely love Blake Lively, and yeah. But I have been seeing a lot of Instagram, I feel like I get my news, my social content from Instagram. But anyways, so it said, that basically the show missed a whole PR opportunity because they weren't speaking about domestic violence. And I, haven't seen the movie yet, but obviously I have seen all the a lot of PR for it. And yeah, I realized that they missed that mark when they first announced the show. I don't know if they're doing anything else for it, but regardless, the last part of the book, and I'm not going to spoil it for anyone that has not read, not watched, but I will say that what I just mentioned about generational programming, that is what the fucking book is about. That's what the book is about. It ends with us. She's talking about generational programming, and my mind just was like, I literally clapped. I was sitting on my floor putting packets together for my trip tomorrow, for my trip this week. And I literally clapped like, absolutely, 100%. She said no. And it ends with us. Woo! Woo! Domestic violence ends with us. Oh God, so good. Anyways, if you have seen the movie, if you haven't, anyways, if you like anything about my podcast, please let me know. I love hearing from you guys. I'm so grateful that you even listened to the podcast. I want to get this podcast, like I said, maybe a live show or something like that. If you would love that, please let me know. Send me a DM on Instagram. Send me a DM on Instagram. Give me your thoughts. Give me your feedback. I really appreciate it. Go rate, review the episodes. Share them with friends, family, coworkers. Help me grow Chase Life with Kelly. I would be forever grateful for that. I feel like I have a powerful message to share, and I really want to just have a larger platform to be able to do that. So I'm speaking that into existence too, but would love to hear from y'all. If you love a particular kind of episode that I've done in the past, I know a lot of my money mindset, the guests that talk about money mindset, I feel like those episodes tend to do pretty well. And then obviously if I have any reality TV people on the podcast, I think Xanthi's from The Circle and Perfect Match, her episode caught a lot of interest. So a lot of engagement, a lot of views, a lot of listens, and I totally appreciate that. So if you have any suggestions, if you're like, Kelly, you need to you know, perhaps maybe stick to all reality TV people, get all the reality TV people on your podcast. And it maybe here and there sprinkle in some of your spiritual woo-woo, you know, stuff. I mean, I like talking about this. If you're like, Kelly, actually, we just want to hear from you and we don't want to hear from anybody else, then tell me that too. Like, would love to hear your feedback. So please take 4 minutes of your time, send me a message on Instagram and let me know, obviously with positive criticism. Please don't yell at me or anything like that. I'm fragile. But or I mean, not yell, but like be positive about if you decide to give me any type of like constructive criticism or constructive feedback. I will take it, of course, and I accept that freely and everything as well. But I'm human, I'm still learning, I'm still really learning about podcasting and all of that. But I'm super grateful for y'all. Thank you for continuing to show up and support the Chase Life with Kelly podcast. Thank you for supporting me. And I will chat with you guys next week. All right. Love y'all. Bye.